Dybala's off for Chelsea and Chelsea say no thank you, and all of a sudden Dybala's left in no man's land with no club, no prospects, and what's gonna happen next? Oh yeah, and Chelsea had their first pre-season game. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, bratoki. Happy Sunday or happy Monday or happy whatever day it is for you when you're watching. But we have got an interesting video for you. Number one, let me just give you the update about the pre-season. Chelsea beat Club America 2-1. An absolute screamer from Mason Mount. You need to go see it after this video. Then there was a goal from Timo Werner to make it 1-0. Reece James got a disgusting own goal, but nobody cares because it's pre-season. Normally, I would have a normal full match review of a regular game, but this is pre-season. It's 3 AM in the UK. I've only seen the extended highlights. I don't really want to sit here and lie to you guys about all the little intricacies I saw from the extended highlights. So when I watch the game, in the comments below, let me know, do you actually want me to give you an in-detailed review? But it is pre-season. But you're here for the news. We have got 4 major stories for you guys. Number 1, Dybala got rejected from Chelsea. What does this mean? Number 2, Kimpembe is being priced out of a move, but the PSG manager comes out trying to keep him. Number 3, Jorge Mendes is involved now with the Kounde deal. And number 4, Chelsea is still a great prospect from Arsenal, and Arsenal fans are bitter as they always are. So let's get into the video. I know you'll enjoy it. But before we get started, I need a massive favor from all of you. The love you've been showing me is unbelievable, and I'm super grateful for it. I really am. 800 likes, over 800 likes we got on the last video. So now it's only right we go to 900, right? We grow this platform, we continue our front to 25k, and then we reassess and try set new targets. So subscribe to the channel, help me get to 900 likes, and more importantly, in the pinned comment is my Instagram. If you want to send me a voice note or a question about football, I reply 9 out of 10 times. We want to build a community, we want to have transparency, and we want to have nice detailed conversation. Let's do it. Paulo Dybala had everything you wanted from a modern day footballer. Assists, goals, flexibility in numerous positions, pizzazz, and more importantly, the it factor. Yet now he's stuck in a no man's land where he can't find a club, and Chelsea are actively rejecting him when agents have offered him to him. Why? Well, there are 3 main components of reasons. Number 1, the guy is too injury prone. Last year, he got injured on 9 separate occasions. 9 injuries for one person in 1 year is unacceptable. Number 2, his wage demands were ludicrous. He was demanding Mbappe level money. He was demanding free agency money that players of his magnitude and his accomplishment with his injury record do not deserve. It's the similar case to Ousmane Dembele. The real question here needs to be, why did your agent not tell you the real truth that you can't get it? And number 3, the harsh reality is, it's bad timing. People, everything in life is always about timing. If the timing is not right, you're not going to get what you deserve. Timing is more important sometimes than your actual abilities. In this case, Lukaku went to Inter Milan, and Inter Milan closed the deal within 2 weeks. And all of a sudden they said, we do not need you. He was about to get the biggest payday of his life until Lukaku became available for 7 million euros plus the wages that they're going to be charging him. So Inter said, why not? Let's go for a proven commodity instead of one that we're not going to be happy with. Is Paulo Dybala a great player? He is. But is he reliable and worth the money that he is demanding? Hell no, he isn't. So am I happy that Chelsea is staying away from him? 100%. I am over the moon that Chelsea is staying away from him. Does he fit into our system? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. He could be the auxiliary creator that we need in our team. However, in the long term, just like the Dembele deal, I don't think Chelsea are going to go near it because we're going with a conservative approach when it comes to signing players with injury records, and we are going to approach this in a methodical broadcasting way where the marketability of the player and the efficiency of the player by being on the pitch will be considered more so than his pure natural ability. The Kimpembe deal is very interesting because it's coming out with more and more evidence of what I thought was happening. So let's look at it in 3 different perspectives. Player, team selling, team buying. We're going to go with a player. What is Kimpembe's stance? Reports in France from L'Equipe and other journalistic agencies are coming out that the player is very open to moving, but at the same time, he's very keen to stay. You need to understand, Kimpembe is a Parisian. He has come through the PSG academy. He has developed there, and he has absolutely smashed it, right? He has fulfilled his dream. When kids join an academy of a massive club, the dream always is, I want to play for this club. And this guy has done more than that. He's played, he's won trophies, and he is a success story. So he is very open to staying at PSG. Now we're looking at it from PSG's perspective. PSG said if the money is right, somewhere between 60 and 65 million euros, we are willing to sell the player. However, Galtier has come out and said, we've laughed about it because I'm not looking to sell the player. So the new manager is not looking to sell him. The club's entity and the finance department most probably saying if the right bid comes in, big man, Campos is going to accept it and there's nothing you can do about it. And that is actually how big clubs work, right? The manager can want one thing, but if the bid comes in that is astronomical, everyone in this world has a price. There is always the right amount of money that will turn someone's head to go and to relocate in this case. Because if someone offers PSG 100 million, they're accepting that bid. So in their head, 65 million euros is that fee. Chelsea, on the other hand, now as the entity, we know Thomas Tuchel wants him and we know Thiago Silva has been pushing for the move, but Chelsea are not willing to pay more than 50 million euros for the player. Not 50 million pounds, 50 million euros. And what does this tell me? It tells me Chelsea are operating on a budget. Chelsea are trying to be smart. Chelsea are trying to utilize and allocate their fees accordingly. And if you look at what we've done so far in regards to Raheem Sterling for 50 million pounds, Koulibaly, all of a sudden we have spent 35 million pounds, that's 85 million. It doesn't make sense to go spend 50 million on Kimpembe right now, does it? Chelsea are trying to bring that fee down to around about 40 million, and all of a sudden you're getting a very good, economically profitable window, but more importantly, raising the ceiling of the first. And this is very exciting stuff. Whether this deal happens, more talks will happen next week. That's coming from Ben Jacob, Fabrizio Romano, and it's very interesting to see. So you better stay tuned on the Kavkas View because I'm your YouTube dietitian for news. Chelsea have technically signed 3 players this window alongside Sterling and Koulibaly. Omari Hutchinson. So Omari Hutchinson is a young player. He's 18 years old. He's half Jamaican, half English. A great footballer. So do I know a lot about him personally? No, I actually did not know much about him. Let me tell you a quick story before you all get bored, right? I used to watch youth team football a lot. I used to love the class before the Mason Mount one. So it was Masunda, Boga, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Tomori, the players that I absolutely was invested in. I used to even go to FA Youth Cup games because that's how much I loved watching that level of football. It was exciting, it was interesting, and you could see the talent of tomorrow. Then as time went on and as these players didn't break into the team, it's hard to get invested into these kids because I became one of those fans that just wanted them to play in the first team. And for me, sometimes the enjoyment of watching the youth team was better than watching the first team. That's how much I was getting frustrated. So I stopped watching. And at this moment in time, now, I'm out of the loop with a lot of the young players. So Omari Hutchinson, my understanding of this player is he used to be at Chelsea, was released, went to Arsenal, absolutely balled out. Deal got broke down with Arsenal now, and he's left and joined Chelsea. So he's officially a Chelsea player. He'll go into the U23 team. And what have I seen from this guy on YouTube and read about him? So this guy is extremely versatile. He can play left wing, right wing, cam. Very modern day, left-footed as hell. Every compilation I've seen of this guy, every touch is left-footed. Very good and dynamic on the ball, exciting to watch, raring to attack into space and thread a pass through. Decent striker of the ball from the video that I've seen. Not the most efficient striker of the ball. There are some players when they hit a ball, you go, oh, okay, he's a natural footballer. With him, maybe it's the pace that he's running at, the connection's not as clean as it's meant to be, but he looks like a real good talent. I've seen comparisons from Worldwide Chelsea to Neymar. I think he's going a little bit too far there, Sadiq. Bit too far for me. But I'm excited to see this player. I think he's a good addition to the Chelsea youth team. It's nice that players are joining us rather than leaving us like as they have in recent years. But he is at the age now where I'm guessing the Chelsea name carries weight. If he doesn't work out at Chelsea, he'll work out somewhere else. Because Chelsea name gives you 2-3 second opportunities. So guys, this was the Kavkas View. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a great Sunday or whatever day it is for you when you're watching this video. Smile. Tell somebody you love them because you know what? It's very important to be in a big mood as WizKid. I'm in a big mood. Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace out. I'm out. Bye. But as we know with these clubs, there are always alternatives. Look, the way Chelsea are moving lets me know that they're not only interested in 1 centre-half, they potentially could be interested in 2. And Kounde's name is not disappearing. A period came out where we didn't hear Kounde. Kounde was an unknown entity. It was De Ligt, Kimpembe, Ake. The 3 names that were consistently mentioned. All of a sudden, now we're mentioned with Kounde again. Kounde went from I'm joining 100% to I have no idea what's happening. He went from the 99% club to 0% back to around 50%. So now we need to consider what's happening with Kounde. Well, Chelsea apparently are paying an intermediary in Jorge Mendes. Tash, did I say it right? Yes, I said it right. There you go. Tash said it. Jorge Mendes, Portuguese approved. But more importantly, right? Oh, I make myself laugh sometimes. But more importantly, Mendes is going to be in the middle of this whole situation. So he's going to be sitting at the table with Sevilla and Chelsea, and he is going to be allocating whether the demands Sevilla are making and what Chelsea are willing to offer is fair. He's almost an independent party that is brought to the table. So when two parties can't agree, a third person comes in and he's saying, you know what, Chelsea, you're being a bit too stingy, and you know what, Sevilla, settle yourself or the deal will break down. We all want this deal to work. Sevilla want close to their 85 million euros release clause. They don't want to let the player go, but they understand they're going to have to. Then you have Chelsea, who don't want to spend more than 50 million euros. There is a big gap in between. Whether Barcelona are going to pay for it and come and steal the player away from us, I don't know. But this is very exciting, this is very interesting, and it's something that we need to keep an eye on.